Welcome to syZERO. This is our beautiful home. It's a 1974 built Hudson Force 50. Our life happens outside, and we love to be out there, on the ocean. We brought Zero back to life, and in return she brings us to all the beautiful places on our journey to sail the world. So come on board and sail with us. Aloha. I have a drogue. I put everything together so I can pull out a drogue and use it as a emergency rudder. That's a theory. I actually never did it, but I'm used to sail without a rudder. It will work. It's just a prop walk. I have to work against the prop walk, so I think that should be okay. We will see, I can tell you later. Day number 3. The rudder is definitely broken. I dove it down today and the shaft and the rudder itself are separated. The rudder is attached to the hull 2 times on the bottom, so it should stay there. But I can't steer at all. I mean, it's just no connection and there's no way to fix it. It's not moving so much, so that's good. And I could steer with the drogue pretty good after a while. I got used to it. But I can't, I couldn't go faster than 2.5 knots. There was too much tension on the lines and it was shaving anyway. So very slow, very fuel consuming and very nerving because it's the movement of the boat is really bad, rolling from left to right. So I was so happy I could set sails again. Afternoon, there was a little breeze coming. It started with 6, went to 8 knots, and now we're having 12 knots. From a good direction, so I'm heading directly to my waypoint on the southwest shore from Oahu. Day number 4. I'm 10 miles before Kauai. You can see Kauai over there already. Because this morning the halyard of the Genera broke. I reeved it in and I could use it for some time, but it was too many wrinkles in it, so I had to take it down. I furled it in more and more and more, piece by piece. So I ended up with just a staysail. I reefed the main because the wind picked up to 22, 23 knots. Because I slowed down too much without the Genera, I had to run the engine to push me a little further. I think I need to take down the sails and put up my drogue again. So I want to stay in deep water at around 10,000 feet. I don't want to go in the shallow water. And go around Kauai. And when I'm free off the island, I hope I can set sails again and sail to Honolulu. That's the plan. So besides the fact that I don't have any rudder and my halyard broke from the Genera, it's just sailing. I know I said I was going to drop down the sails and deploy the drogue, but I thought maybe it's just worth to give it a try to tack her. And guess what? I did. I never thought I could do that, but I just said, give it a go. And I hold the staysail against the wind, push it against the wind, and she tacked. I let her fall off a little, opened the sails, and when I recognized she was coming back onto course, I opened the staysail sheet, opened the mainsail sheet, I tied down the mizzen completely, even a little to windward, and ran to the bow and pushed everything I could with my full force, and finally she made it through the wind. Damn! And now we are sailing against the wind. Of course we are motor sailing because I have the engine running, but look at this. This is a 90-degree tacking angle. This is awesome. And all without a rudder. I never thought that this is possible. So that was my highlight today. Tack Zero without a rudder. I was sailing very close hauls on the north side of Hawaii the whole night. I decided to tack to go north-east, so I stay free out of the pretty busy shipping lane over there between Kauai and Honolulu. So I went into the channel during daylight, and unfortunately the wind was southeast, so exactly the direction where I wanted to go. It took quite a while, it was not much wind as well, but I used the chance to fix the Genoa halyard, so I went up the mast and changed the halyard. Then let's see, can I do a one-handed bowling? And we're out here with joy. Looks good! On top of the world! I think I stay here. It's nice here. Maybe next time I bring some snacks. Okay, time to go down. We are around 50 miles away from Honolulu. Honolulu is over there, Oahu. Kauai is way behind us. Can't see it anymore. So yeah, did quite a good job. I cleaned up the ship a little. I had for 5 minutes I had internet connection on my phone, but this was just enough to say you got lots of messages, and then it broke down. So maybe in a couple hours I will be back in civilization. This brought me the whole way through the night. Close sheeted mizzen, close sheeted main. Works against the prop walk and just works really good. I can adjust with the throttle or with the mizzen sheet my course. I want to go more to starboard. I either give a little more RPM or I open the sheet. I want to go more to port, I close the sheet or reduce the throttle. That works really good. 2 more hours. And then we're in Honolulu. Quite intensive week. not a whole week, but yeah, it was intensive days here with all the problems, with the excitement to leaving to Alaska, sailing, 2 wonderful days of sailing, then the problems with the rudder, and afterwards a lot of learning about how to sail the boat actually. Yeah, but I wasn't alone. I gave these 2 little fellows a nice ride. Don't tell me you're cold. I slept very good. I put my alarm on every 30 minutes. Went out because this is a high traffic area. Probably not so much during night, but I wasn't sure. And I wanted to be sure about that, and I wanted to be sure about if I'm on course and not crashing into the coast for any reason, or going too far south and miss the coast. Yeah, so an on-off night, sleeping probably something around 25 minutes or 20 minutes, being 10 minutes awake, 10 to 20 minutes sleeping the whole night. So actually I was so tired I fall asleep immediately after I lay down, so what a big thing.
It's just me and the ocean, just me and my boat. We set sail a while, and we're crossing over. It's just me and my boat. Woo! Applause, applause, applause!
What's next on syZERO?
How are you? Good to see you.
See how I talk to professionals about ways to remove and repair the rudder.
Have a seat.
Thanks a lot. Sitting here.
Biggest question was how can I get the rudder off?
Whatever.
I never did it.
It's not going through the.
Some marine growth. Something's hindering it pulling all the way up because it's completely moved. You can move it 10 or 12.
Then finally have an appointment for hauling out ZERO, put it on dry, and again. To start working on the rudder. First part of the rebuilding, taking the old stuff off.
Now my fingers are aching.